Hey guys, so I'm super excited to show you this tool I've been working on for quite some time now, to basically combine SEO and CRO into one plugin and also do some stuff that I've always wanted other tools to do that I just wasn't able to find in any other tool. So you install the plugin. This is the free. Everything I'm showing you is going to be the free version. If there's anything that's the paid version, I'll let you know. But the menu is there, but I think I'm going to bring the menu down here later on just to align with more standards. So this is the main screen here, and this shows you all your pages. And I created this thing called focus pages because when you bring your VA to the screen, you don't want them to just see all pages because we have hundreds of pages. I mean, we have 16 times 5 pages, right? So the VA will be like, well, what do I work on, right? So as a business owner, you would want to click on add focus page, and you would see all your pages here. It shows you your clicks in Google Search Console if you bring the data over from Google Search Console. And it shows you your the keywords that are ranking for this page if you import your keywords from Ahrefs, which is very easy to do. So I'll just quickly show you that. You just click on here and you import your Google Search Console pages.csv. You import your Google Search console queries.csv file and your hrefs. And you may want to just update this maybe once every 6 months or something like that. I also put the last import date here as well. And I gave you the step-by-steps on how to do it. So you just go to hrefs. You can get a friend or go to Fiverr and pay $5 for someone to do this. You basically enter your domain, you go to the organic keyword section of Ahrefs, and you just pop in this file, which should have like 5,000 keywords on it, and then go into your Google Search Console and grab that data as well. Now, this plugin will work without that data, but you get so much more insights on which pages you should target for your low-hanging fruit, by seeing what keywords are already ranking for these pages. So one thing I created, which is proprietary, and this is something I always wanted other SEO plugins to do, is this searcher's intent. And this is a proprietary algorithm that I've created myself, and it took me a long time to perfect it, but it works really, really well. And the benefit for that is you can not focus on a page that has too much informational intent. So I'll give you an example. The other day we were, I think I have to go to page 2. The other day I was looking at a page, right here, for example, treating car accidents. This is a physiotherapy clinic, which is a client of mine, and they like treating people who've been in car accidents because that's their specialty. They have a few tools on hand that are, anyways. So, what I realized through my search intent algorithm is that most of the keywords are visual intent or informational intent, and they're not local intent. So for example, these are the keywords that Ahrefs is ranking me for that page. I'm getting ranked for Ottawa car accidents today. And that brings up Twitter and a video preview on Google. Ottawa hit and run. It's informational. People, it brings up people ask video previews, image packs. There's no local pack, and there's no ads being ran. If you go to a page that has high local intent, for example, this one's high local intent, you'll see here that these keywords are popping up, things like featured snippets, and things like that. So that's informational. But Graston Massage is pulling up the local pack, and that means that there's local intent. It means that when people type in this keyword, they're looking to actually buy services and products from your business. So when you click on the add focus page, I'm working on this find high potential, which will look only for keywords that have local intent or informational intent, and that also have clicks and impressions, and only show you those pages. So then you can click on the focus button here and assign it to a VA. So for example, you can organize by clicks. In this example here, you can see all the keywords we're ranking for. And if you noticed, if you see a lot of local intent, you can just go ahead and click on the focus page, and then your VA can go crazy and optimize the crap out of that page. So I created a main focus keyword, which will grab that. It'll guess what your main focus keyword is by your page slug. And it will also guess it by your title. So I created an algorithm that tries to guess your main focus word, but you can go ahead and edit it yourself and edit your main focus word. Your secondary keyword focus is going to grab it from the second highest search volume from your Ahrefs keywords. It'll try to grab that. So for example, you'll notice that the highest one here is 700 and the second highest one is 200, and it grabbed that keyword and added it as a secondary focus keyword. But you're gonna probably want to change this as well, because sometimes the keywords that you're ranking for are not, I mean, the keywords that is showing up in Ahrefs are not necessarily your target keywords, because I would prefer this to be my secondary keyword because it has more local intent. In order to find that out, you can go to searcher's intent, click any of these links. You can go here. I'm going to add the search volume, the global search volume, so that you can pick a better primary and secondary focus keyword by looking at the keywords you're ranking for on that page, and going, okay, this one here has local commercial intent, and I'm ranking for it, and there's high search volume. So boom, I'm going to go like this, copy it, and then paste that as a main focus keyword. But my goal is to try to make this plugin as autonomous as possible, where there's less intervention from you as the business owner, and your VAs can go in here and already know what the focus keywords and secondary keywords are, and then they can start optimizing it. So if we collapse this and we look at the SEO fundamentals, we can start they can start optimizing the keyword in the URL, the keyword in the title, the key, you know what I'm saying, based on your primary and secondary focus keywords. Another cool feature. Oh, by the way, you can click on these and it's going to show you the parsed H1 that our tool has grabbed from your page, which right now I think our tool is only working for Elementor and Gutenberg. But I'm going to try to open up this tool to work for other pages like Divi and all that stuff. But to parse the content from the pages is a bit difficult. So right now we're just working with Elementor and Gutenberg. So it's looking for the keyword or a partial match of the keyword into your title. And if that match is found, it's going to give you a pass. If that match is not found, it'll give you a fail. So for example, Physiotherapy Ottawa, for some reason, we don't even have that in our description for the meta tag. So that was a fail, and we're going to have to fix that. I want to show you this really cool feature, which is keyword term frequency, which is basically TF-IDF. But I did things a little bit differently. But this is really easy to tell if you're over optimizing or under optimizing your keyword frequency. So I would say out of the out of the SEO fundamentals, your keyword in your opening paragraph, in your title, in your slug, and your keyword term frequency is probably going to be, this is your bread and butter right here. If this is not tuned up, you're probably going to have a hard time ranking. Not necessarily, so it all depends on your competition, mind you, but you should try to aim for full passes on these. So for example, here we break up your keyword into vectors. So your main keyword is the entire 4-word keyword, which is the primary keyword for the focus keyword of that page, and we break it up into vectors. So we break it up into, yeah, this is the 4-word version of that keyword. Your target your target TF term frequency should be between 0.1% and a half a percent, or sorry, point like 10% of 1%, and half a percent, and it's showing up none at all. So that's a huge fail. So basically, the keyword in its whole is not even appearing on the page. Now, if you break it up, uh, treating car word accent, you can also break it up to the vector of treating car vehicle, which actually doesn't make any sense. So you can just ignore that. And then treating car, you can ignore that and ignore that. But for, let's say, for example, Graston technique in Ottawa, and we look at keyword frequency, we got Graston technique as the whole keyword. And then you can break it to just the word Graston. So this is not going to always make sense, right? Because we're breaking down the keyword into its vector, and sometimes the vectors don't make sense. But it's a good way to figure out if you may be over optimizing something. For example, physiotherapy Ottawa. Yeah, the word physiotherapy Ottawa together is important to have that count at least a few times on the page as a whole keyword. But then its vector, or its partial match, which is physiotherapy by itself, you also don't want to over optimize that. And this page only has 1,300 words, but is appearing 43 times. That's just way too much. Well, that's tough to say. But you can just help. This can help maybe diagnose some problems, but it's definitely not perfect because we're not using AI in that. This is a programmatic check, and programmatic checks, aren't always the best. Recent content update. This is really good. If the content hasn't been updated in a while, it's going to fail. So this content here is 113 days old. So it's really easy to at least, hey, go to, talk to your VA, just add a few random sentences to the page and get that fresh content going. Every time I add a random sentence to a page, I get boosted in the SERP within a few days. So Google loves fresh content. So make sure that this is not failing. Internal link count, external link count is really cool, because you can click on it and it will show you all your links, for external. Like for here, for example, see, these are external links, and on this page there's 0 external links. So that's important. I purposely tune this to only work with the page content, and excluding your footer and your header, so that your footer and header links are not messing up with this check. So that is your SEO fundamentals, what I call it. Then you have advanced SEO, which is going to be part of the pro version, and you can click on it and it'll tell you, if it's a pass, and it'll tell you why it's a pass. And if you want to make your expertise better, it'll give you suggestions, include citations to studies, expand on your expertise for the clinic staff, including testimonials. So these give really cool uh, scores, and you can see from a glance whether or not a score has. So if you see a score that's like 65 for trustworthiness, you click on it. It's like, why am I getting a crappy score? Well, I didn't put citations to studies, and this is a your money, your life type page, right? So Google might want citations to studies if you're talking about health. Um, I know that's open for interpretation right now, this whole EAT, whether or not Google actually uh, penalizes or not. But either way, these are good for CRO anyways. I mean, sometimes just showing expertise, experience, and trustworthiness and authority on the topic will just maybe make the person want to purchase your product or service more anyway. So it's not a bad thing to optimize for EAT, regardless if we think that Google rewards us or penalizes us for that. I also created this CRO Fundamentals, which basically just looks for, do you have embedded videos? Do you have a table of contents, a facts section, listicles, tables, comparisons? Are you styling your content? Are you putting bolded words and styling? Do you have interactive elements like accordions and stuff like that? Are you using block quotes? Are you making the content fun and readable? These are all things that when you're tuning your page, a service page like, um, roofing services in Sacramento, California, you might want to have your content to be engaging and fun, or else maybe people won't buy your product and service. What's the point of getting someone to your page and SEOing it and getting traffic if no one's buying your product and service? And that's where the CRO comes into account. I'm working on right now a advanced CRO um, checks. Right now, I'm doing like emotional hooks, value proposition, headlines. Um, so let's start an AI audit, and I can show you what that would look like. But basically, if we look at headline quality, the headline literally is just two words. So I put individual checks. If you pass two or more individual checks, you become a pass. But if you only have one out of six checks, then it's a fail. So this is the AI thing, and in the emotional hook, it said that the content provides a clear and professional overview of physiotherapy services, but it's giving example sentences and how to fix them. So this is one of my headlines here, and it's saying that we can change it to say your path to pain free, which is just, it gives you a more emotional hook, right? So this is really good for your VAs to literally find the sentence and just copy and paste this and paste it into it, and then your emotional hook becomes better. Same thing with your value proposition. Same thing with your originality. Same thing with your authority, your trustworthiness, your expertise, and all so on and so forth. It gives you all these beautiful suggestions here. Um, and this might look like a lot and intimidating, but you can optimize a page within an hour and get perfect scores for your AI stuff, as well as the fundamentals. And yeah, within an hour, you can optimize an entire page. And it's going to rank better, and people are going to want to buy your products and services more if you are optimizing for conversion rate optimization. What else can we talk about? I am creating this magic keyword finder. It's not perfect yet, but basically you can try to find low hanging fruit based on your Ahrefs keywords that you're already ranking for. So this is a low hanging fruit because it has commercial intent. Um, and this is a SERP feature. So it's a local pack. So people are looking to find a business for that keyword. It has good search volume, and my position's a 5. So imagine I just go from a 5 to a 1. Like, this is a low hanging fruit. Like, I just have to put a few, like, maybe throw a backlink at it. Maybe add the keyword one more time on the page. I don't know, but that's a low hanging fruit. Look how beautiful that is. This one here has 1,000 volume. It's a low KD. The position is 10. It has informational intent. So yeah, maybe you can, search for, why don't you filter for local intent and look for low hanging fruit? So this keyword, Pilates Ottawa, if you're a Pilates instructor, position 6, you're very close. Low keyword difficulty, high volume, super local keyword, hyper local, has local intent, low hanging fruit. So um and I give a score. So the more of a low hanging fruit, the more opportunity based on all these metrics gives you a higher score, and then as you go down, scores lower. So I do this because um, as for your VA who's like, oh, I might want to make a blog post or something like that, well, then you can go after the keywords that have the highest scores. So as a business owner, this creates even more automation for you and makes your job even easier because you might, as a marketing agency, you might have 10 clients. So for you to try to find what keywords to target, let's say, for example, you want to create 10 PBN backlinks. Well, how do you know which keywords and what pages to target? Well, go to the magic keyword finder, look for a low hanging fruit with local intent. Boom. Here's some exact match anchors that you can rank for. Um, Yeah, so we got low-hanging fruit, we got existing content, and we got clustering opportunities. Clustering opportunities means that your position is really low. So you like I'm ranking on the 10th page, meaning that whatever page that this keyword is ranking on, it's not that page is not for this exact topic. It's probably a topic that's similar to this. So either the topic is just about chiropractors or just about scoliosis, but it's not about chiropractor scoliosis. So this is a clustering opportunity. This is an opportunity to make a dedicated page only about this topic. Um, so that's what that is. You can click on keyword categories explained, and it explains these categories, which I want to give credit to Nathan Gotch, who created this idea. Um, so kudos to him. But I wanted to make it programmatic. Searchers intend to explain, so on and so forth. So I think this is a high over-level view of the plugin. Is there anything else I didn't mention? Um, I don't think so. I think we pretty much went over everything. You can click on your VA can click on done when they're done optimizing the page. And then you can hide done pages so that you don't see the done pages from the list. So trying to make this plugin as VA friendly as possible so you can push it out to your team and have some kind of system on. I'm gonna create a notation system too, maybe here like a little notes your VA can like make a note or something like that. But basically, the idea is that like if you have 200 pages on your website, how do you prioritize what pages to do first? How do you tell your VA what to do? And how do you make it as autonomous as possible in today's AI world of everything being automated? Basically, I want to help you scale your business as quick as possible. Total keyword potential will sum up all the search volume of all the keywords that your page is ranking for. Uh, so for example, if you're kind of like, oh, I want to add a focus page, and it's, you can click on clicks or you can click on impressions. Impressions would be a good one to sort by, because this could be low hanging fruit. You're showing up a lot. You're probably not getting a lot of clicks because you might be on page 2 or 3, but hey, this means that the keywords on this page are getting visibility, and boom, look, it actually coincides. Look, it's 100%, it's almost correlated to the total search volume potential from Ahrefs. So that's very interesting. So this is another way for you to figure out where your low hanging fruit is and where you should focus. You click on the focus button and it'll add it to the focus page. And what I'm going to do is these keywords here that have the intention, I'm going to create um, a category right here that will talk about the main intention of that page. So out of all these keywords, which intention appears the most often, and that will be the detected search intention of that page. Because again, you might want to look for transactional intent, commercial intent, local intent. You might not want to look for example, like blog post content, which is what I call complementary content. Those are good to bring people to your page, but they're not necessarily ready to buy. They could be higher up in the funnel. All right, and finding pruning pages is another good one as well. This feature is not fully ready yet, but when you click on Add Focus Page and you click on Find Pruning Potential, it'll take a look at a keyword that has no clicks, almost no impressions, um, and you're not ranking for any of the keywords on Ahrefs for that page. You might want to look at how old that page is. If this page is a year old or even more than 3 months old, get rid of it. Um, it could just be a garbage page. But obviously, coming soon pages and landing pages for ads that aren't even indexed, you can ignore those. But something like this might be a pruning potential. Okay, guys, thank you for watching the video, and please let me know what features you want to see in this tool. I'm making this tool 80% free, so all these juicy features, or most of them are going to be free. It's just the AI stuff, which is going to cost money, which I'm going to try to get that released by the end of 2024, sometime maybe like October, November. I'll have that pro version available. Okay, guys, thank you so much.